In this video, I'm going to show how to set up a project's seed file, cover sheet, and abbreviation sheets, and clean up the borders and that type of stuff. So this would be kind of how to initialize a project. First thing you want to do is select the project. Then go to the General Drawings folder and display all files, because what you're really going to want to do is clean up everything that you don't need. So if I actually go up one folder, I can right click and say open in new window, and this way I can get directly to the folder and access it a little more quickly. And for this project, I'm going to demonstrate what you do with a ANSI D size title block in DGN mode. So if I'm working MicroStation DGN mode, I won't need the sheet set manager. I won't need any of the DWG files. So I'm going to delete all of those. Then I'm going to look at the borders, and if I'm not doing any ANSI A, B, E, F, or A1 size sheets, I can delete those. Then I need to decide what I'm going to do with the indexer. This is really designed for right now for using project-wise title block integration. It can be used if you want to key in everything manually, but you can watch the indexer videos if you want more information about that, but I'll leave that one for now. Then the next thing I want to do is go over to the seed file. So I'm going to close out of that. I'm going to go make sure I'm selecting my project. I'm going to select a configuration variable out of the history list, and I'm going to look at this AEC local project data set, because that's going to take me to the Bentley folder, and then I'm going to find the seed folder, because this is where the seed file is located, and I need to clean up the seed file. And I want to make sure that I leave it the name AEC sheet seed.dgn, because there are configuration variables pointing to that. And I open up the file, and since I'm using ANSI D, it is looking at the border because MSRefter is setting the search path. But I'm going to go into the models, and you'll notice there are a bunch of models in here. Since I don't have any of these other borders and I'm not using those sizes, I'm going to delete those. Then I'm going to rename this model. So I'm going to come into properties, and I'm going to change it from ANSI D to plot. And the reason you want to do that is so that the configuration variable that's pointing to the sheet from seed configuration variable is pointing to the model named plot, the sheet model named plot. So you want to make sure those are set correctly. Then we can close out of the models. Then I need to look at the title block. There's no project information in the sheet seed by default. If you're working inside ProjectWise, you'll want and using title block integration, or you'll want to put the title block project information in each sheet. But if you're not using title block integration, then you'll want to put it into the border file. So what I really want to do is check to make sure in the references that this is pointing to my project, and it is. This is the demo project. And if I'm working outside of ProjectWise, or if I'm working without title block integration inside ProjectWise, then I would want to right click on the title block and activate that reference file. Now I'm actually working on the reference file. Then I'm going to come over to Project Explorer, go to AEC Common, Cells and Blocks, AEC Cells Block Libraries, and look at the title block cells. And in title block information, I'm going to insert the logo for the host agency that I'm working for. In this case, I'm going to use the USACE logo. Double click on that, make sure that I'm on a level that's appropriate. GNO text is fine. And I'm going to place that cell. Then I'm also going to insert the project data. And this time I'm going to insert the project data inside the title block because I'm not using title block integration. And I insert that in the lower right corner. At this point I would go in and edit the tags in this file and put in the project's location and description, tell it that I'm using ANSI and do any other incidental things that I need to add that information in correctly. When I get done with that, then I'm going to right press on the title block again and I'm going to deactivate the border. And at this point the seed file should be pretty well done. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to close this and I'm going to go into the files. So I'm going to go back to the project demo so I can get to it a little more quickly. And I'm going to go to the Sheets folder. And I notice that there are a few extra files in here. Since I'm not working in DWG mode, I'm going to delete the 2 DWG files in here. And then I'm going to rename the cover sheet to the project code that is for this project. In this case, since this is a demo, my project code is demo. So I'm going to rename AEC G001 to Demo G001, and the same for G003, which is the abbreviation sheet. Now those two are renamed properly, and I'm going to open up the cover sheet. And here what I need to do is insert the logo that matches the host agency in the upper left corner of the cover. So I go to the AEC title blocks, cover sheets, and I find the matching logo. Double click on it, make sure that I'm on an appropriate level, which would probably be something like GNO Symb. And then I right click in the upper left corner to add the logo. Then the next thing I would want to do is make sure that all the information down in the title block matches all of the information up here in the cover sheet data. So I would insert the project location and any of the other data that needs to be added. And for the cover sheet, that looks to be, for this point, after that data is edited, would be pretty good. Oh, then I need to go into the models and delete the sizes that I'm not using and hit yes. If you want to make your files consistent with the seed, you would then rename the ANSI to plot and then go to File Open and open up the abbreviation sheet. The abbreviation sheet has extra title blocks in it too, or extra model sizes. So I'm going to delete the ones that aren't needed. Hit yes. And that's pretty much it for the abbreviation sheet. Oh, I guess I would want to rename this if I'm trying to keep my project consistent. So I'm going to rename ANSI to plot also. Once I'm done with that, I'm pretty well done setting up the project.